Okay, okay. This is it. Whoa! So I have to tell you, when Chip and I first moved in together on Chestnut Street, we used to catch the 30 Stockton bus, the Muni, you all probably know it, $20 a month for a fast pass. And we would get off the bus at the, I can't remember what it was called, was it the Marina Mart on Chestnut Street? And we'd walk along and we'd hear this wailing electric guitar coming out of the window above Colonial Cleaners where we lived. And there was Jim sitting there in his suit. It was just a fantastic memory. Okay, this thing's kind of in my face, but that's okay. Okay. Thank you all for coming today to help the boys and me say goodbye to our darling Chippy. I'm sure you would be amazed and impressed to see this turnout. He had a large impact in his time, and one of the most important of those impacts was his ability to create heartfelt friendships. He's left everyone here knowing he cared deeply about them. As I sat down to write this, I was listening to one of Chip's favourite songs, Pink Floyd's Shine On You Crazy Diamond. I never thought the lyrics would have so much personal meaning, but today they do. Chip was a man who shone intensely. He was a seeker, a legend, and a Pied Piper. When he was around, we all laughed a little louder, tried things we would never have tried before, and learned not to sweat the details quite so much. It was a wonderful thing to be able to bask in his brilliant eccentricity. I'm going to read you an excerpt from a letter Chip wrote to me that I received after he died, in the hope you can better understand what led that brilliant, kind soul to do what he did on the morning of April 30th. And I'm probably going to make you cry. I am not well. This much is obvious to those who are close to me. The joy has gone out of living. Simple pleasures no longer motivate me, and complex issues suffocate me. I've tried to tell myself to snap out of it. I've taken medications and done therapy and tried some unusual techniques to fix my back and my mind. Whatever the cause, organic or inorganic or otherwise, this thing termed depression has been eating away at me for quite a while now, and I cannot seem to shake it. Looking back over my entire life, I have a feeling this has been with me for a long time. Buried beneath the surface and kept at bay for the most part by a positive attitude and an ever-loving support network of friends and family. Despite the love I feel for my family and friends, and they for me, I feel the time has come to change the paradigm. This will no doubt come as a shock and a disappointment to you. I've never been a quitter, and to quit life when there's so much to live for seems mad. It is mad, and that is precisely the point. Nothing can possibly make sense of senseless and selfish acts like this one. No one is better off, and life goes on for the living. For a while, there will be much pain and sadness to deal with because of my actions. I'm hopeful that you will get through it and rise above it, reaching heights of contentment and joy and satisfactions with yourselves and with your life. In time, I hope that you will forgive me and that you will remember me fondly, even though your initial reaction will likely be less charitable. After 48 years on this planet, I've seen and learned and experienced a fairly broad section of life. And yet the deeper I get into my illness, the fewer good things I can remember of the past, and the more fearful I become for the future. I know it is the disease and not the truth that makes me think this way. And I know it is the disease and not reality that leads me to this final act. To my family, I've been so fortunate to have you, always there, always loving. To my friends who are many, what a great group to hang out with over the years. Hug each other and your families. Jasper and Cameron, there's no way you can ever understand how sad it makes me to miss the rest of your growing up after seeing you come this far. I love you both very much, and thank you for giving me so much. Take care of your mum and each other. Phillipa, you have been the light of my life. You have always believed in me and hardly ever said no to me. Your love and support have been amazing. Fare you well, fare you well. I love you more than words can tell. It's hard to stay sad for long when you think back on memories of Chip. Everyone has their Chip story, and everyone has a funny Chip story. I hope that's what we can all go away with and dwell on now. Because Chip would hate to think he left behind people who forgot to laugh when his name came up. So here's to our beloved Chippy. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Toast.